Hey everyone, I'm AngelConcepcion and I'm here with Spitcam University. I'm a Filipino R&B/soul singer based in Philly, and I have a lot of influences from Jasmine Sullivan, Yeba, and Summer Walker. Okay, here's the first question is, how did you get your start in music? What originally sparked your passion? So I mentioned that I am Filipino, and a big part of our culture is singing karaoke at our family functions. And I was a really shy kid growing up, funny enough, but my aunties, they used to slip us 20s for the kids to sing. So I was like trying to rack up some money. And that was kind of the way I started practicing performing in front of my family members. And they were hyping me up and stuff. And it was always something I look forward to during family gatherings. So I would say I kind of got that from the Filipino tradition of having karaoke at our parties. How would you describe your sound to someone who has never heard your music before? I would describe my sound to someone who has not heard my music before as very emotional, very raspy R&B music. I normally write about sad things, but I always try and put a lot of emotion and soul into my tracks. And I love to riff and run. I love running marathons. I love adding a lot of glitz and glamour and a lot of inspiration from Tori Kelly and Yeba with those runs. So yeah. And the next question is, where do you pull inspiration from your music? Kind of just answered that, but yeah, I pull a lot of inspiration from vocalists that I've listened to growing up. Whitney Houston, Beyonce, they were like the first two women I grew up listening to because, Listen by Beyonce. I Will Always Love You, those were like my two go-to karaoke songs. And then kind of more recently, I've been listening to a lot of Sasha Keeble. I love Sasha Keeble, Chloe and Halle. I love Jasmine Sullivan, and who else do I listen to recently? Sade is a classic, the neo soul that I feel like I try and implement into my music as well. So yeah. Next one is, what are your 3 must-haves when going to the studio? My 3 must-haves when going to the studio are a good fit, because I always feel like going in feeling confident. It translates when you try and get creative and start writing. The second thing, I would say a coffee, because normally my studio sessions are very early in the morning and I need to wake up. And coffee is not really the best for your voice, but you know what? It gets me up and writing. And third, my must-have, I guess, are my AirPods, because I take the train up to my studio sessions, and I just like to get a little bit of inspiration going in the morning, listen to like my release radar, get the inspiration flowing. And yeah. Next question, what was your most memorable studio session? Tell us about it. My most memorable studio session, I still remember this, and every session that I have, I kind of try and mimic this one. But shout out to my producer, his name is Lukey. He's also an artist. I go to his house. We just kind of record in his room/basement. So it's a very comfortable feel, very DIY moment. But I had come in working on my second track, and that was called Receipts. But that was about something that I kind of didn't feel connected to anymore. And I told him, I was like, hey, I just wrote this the other day. It's called What a Shame. And I played it for him. He was like, holy shit, we need to scrap whatever you had cooking and we need to make this your next single. I was like, really? You like it that much? This was just a freestyle. Are you sure? He's like, yes. And he started putting his own spin to it, and I put down some vocals, and we listened to it for the first time, and we were jumping up and down. It was such a cool feeling because it just came out so naturally, and that chemistry that I have with my producer is so amazing. And that was the most memorable session that I had, because sometimes it's the things that you come in unexpected that are the best things. So yeah. Also, What a Shame is now out on all streaming platforms, so y'all should listen to that. You'll experience that same feeling that I had in that studio that day. Next question is, you perform live frequently. How do you typically prepare for these performances? Yes, I do perform live a lot. That was one of my goals in 2024, was to put myself out there as an artist, especially locally in the Philly scene. But the way that I prepare is I try and go to the gym right before and like run 2 miles because that helps with breath work and breath control. And I'm an asthmatic, so I really need the extra help with that, with running and all the breath control stuff. And then I'll avoid coffee because that strains the voice. Do like 20-minute warm-ups. If y'all know Cheryl Porter, she's one of the voice teachers on YouTube that I find really helps me with my warm-ups. And I'll say some affirmations, kind of just get my confidence up. Because I'm an anxious human being. I get anxious about all of my performances. But you know, with every performance, I feel more and more like born to do this. And yeah, then I'll get ready, put on some music that is not my set list. Whatever I'm singing that day, I'm not gonna listen to it while I put my music on, just so I can take myself out of that moment and just like typically listen to songs that I can't sing, like Beyonce. Like, yeah, it makes it fun for me to sing to songs I don't normally sing. And yeah, that's typically what a morning is like before a performance. Next question. How have you changed as an artist from when you first started releasing music till now? I love that question. That's a good one. I feel like I have a lot more confidence now. When I first started releasing music, I felt embarrassed to even label myself as an artist. Like if I had family gatherings, if we were just playing guitar or even in front of my friends, they'd be like, "Angel, sing, like we know you sing." And I'd be like, no. Like I don't want to show off, like that kind of deal. But now I'm just like, yeah, give me the guitar. Like there's a level of confidence that I've gotten over the past year that I wish I had for the past like 23 years of my life, but I'm glad that I'm able to step into that because it makes me feel a lot more grateful for all the hard work that I put into, you know, working a full-time job and performing on the weekends, kind of living a double life. Next question is, what advice would you give to your younger self? And that's a good one. I think I would say, believe in yourself. I have a lot of imposter syndrome now. Sometimes I doubt my creative abilities and my singing and my stylistic choices. But over this past year, I've seen that a lot of people have praised me for things that I kept hidden because I doubted myself. And now that I've finally taken that risk to put myself out there, I see how appreciated I am for it. And I wish that I could tell my younger self, like, people love what you come up with, and you should love what you come up with, and that should be what's important. And you are born to do this through and through. There's nothing else on this earth I don't think you were born for. That's what I would tell her. Next question. What artist would people be surprised to find on your playlist? I love Lady Gaga. I feel like that's like so random for me because, you know, I'm like R&B soul, but I love a pop diva. I love Britney Spears. But Lady Gaga, my sister and I have an older sister, and we are into very different music. But she and I really bonded over Lady Gaga and art pop, the Fame Monster. I could probably sing all of those back to back for hours, and maybe a little bit some of the choreo too. Not good, but I can definitely work down a Lady Gaga choreo. Yes, so that I would say Lady Gaga. Next question: what is it like this is a good one. What is it like being a woman in a male-dominated industry? What are some negatives and positives you experienced? I think that being a woman in a male-dominated industry is so difficult because sometimes people will over-sexualize you and they won't actually want you for your talents. And that's something that I honestly have tried to hold back on. Like when I perform, I don't feel comfortable wearing like very revealing outfits. That also just kind of goes with my own relationship with my body, but I typically like to wear baggier clothing because I just don't like the male gaze. I don't want that to be separated from what I'm actually able to offer from talent-wise, because you know there's a lot of talent there that some people it's overlooked because of how they look, how they physically present themselves. So that's one negative I would say. but one positive is there's so many women out there who have experienced this, and all of the women who have, we uplift each other. All the women that I've met in the Philly creative scene stay supporting me, and I stay supporting them, showing up to their shows, and it's incredible to see us all come together because of a shared negative experience, but it's great that we can turn that into a positive and be there to uplift each other in this journey. So yeah. Next question is, how do you maintain motivation through the highs and lows of being an artist? I maintain motivation by kind of reminding myself that I was born to do this. I currently have a full-time job at a hospital. I'm a pharmacy technician, so I deliver drugs from the floor, like different floors of the hospital. And it's funny because I'll be like, you know, no makeup, wearing scrubs, like totally bumming out. And then on the weekends, like I'll put on my like performance, aura, performance, AngelConcepcion, like I'm the artist, you know? And when I kind of feel that difference in my double life, I think like I want to work towards a life where AngelConcepcion is my full-time job, you know? And that's my motivation that gets me through it, is I know that there is a life where I can be my artist self 24/7 and get to create music with my friends and write more and be able to have the time to do that. Because it's hard to balance a full-time job and being an independent artist. But yeah, I work towards, I keep that, begin with the end in mind. Everything that I start, I think there is a time where this can be full-time. And yeah. Okay, next question. With music evolving so rapidly, how do you continue to thrive in the industry and stay adaptable to the new trends? I think that honestly just keeping up with what's fresh through TikTok and my release radar. I kind of like to analyze who they're putting on my feed, and I kind of look at what these new artists are doing to stay fresh. I just take notes, take inspiration, try and add my own flavor to it. Obviously, never copy and paste, but take notes of the algorithm and posting consistently, constantly putting content out there for people to consume, I believe will do the job. And as long as I'm writing and staying true to myself, that is what's gonna keep me, that's what'll keep me fresh, yeah. And last question, what are some of your musical goals for 2025? Is there anything exciting we should keep an eye out for? Yes, there's so many exciting things. I want to try and hold back from doing so many gigs because I definitely burn myself out a little bit, but instead of that, I'm clocking in more hours at the studio, which means more music, more visuals, and hopefully I will come out with my next single soon and then an EP by the end of this year. And yeah, you guys should stay tuned for my next single. Hopefully will come out in the next 2 months, and then a potential EP. Again, I'm AngelConcepcion. I'm an R&B/soul singer based in Philly. And you can find me on Instagram at ARConcepcion, and my Spotify, Apple Music, and all streaming platforms under AngelConcepcion. And stay tuned for more music. Bye!